Welcome guys to another tutorial on statistics. My name is Samuel Endo and I've been doing this tutorials my math book. This tutorials we're going to take a look at data set and the mean of distribution. I want us to define some few things here. First, when we give you the mean of a data set, you normally come up with it's in a form of a sigma, and what it is they said is sigma f times x, and I say it's going to be divided by the same sigma f. Now, what does this sigma means? Let me see. What does this sigma mean? So this means the sum of. So we are going to actually add frequency times the midpoint, because the x is the midpoint when it's in the table form, and we're going to multiply that and we're going to sum it up and we're going to divide it by the frequency. So let's go ahead. I was able to get a table. I'm going to put this table back here, and so we have classes and frequency, and we want to get the mean of the distribution. In order to do that, we have to construct two more things. You have to come up with the midpoint and then the f times x, so we could be able to construct that frequency distribution for the mean. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna insert a table that has maybe 4 columns. Maybe 5, and then rows is about 8 or so. Now we have this table here. Let me make it a little. This is going to be the same class that we have as above. This is going to be the frequency that we have as above, but I'm going to put here the midpoint, and the next time I'm going to put here will be, okay, the midpoint is giving us x, okay, and then the frequency is giving us f. So we need to construct fx. All right, I'm not going to write all these classes. We already know where these classes are, but let's go ahead and put the frequencies where they are. 8, we have 8, we have 6, we have another 6, we have 4, we have 3. So we have all these frequencies. The midpoint, we take the two classes, we add them up and divide it by 2. So when you add 1 plus 5, you get 6. You divide it by 2, you get 3. You take 6 plus 10 is 16. You divide it by 2, now so you get 8. So you do the same thing for the rest of the table. You're gonna get values like that, and then you're gonna have values like that. You're gonna have values like that. All right. So you have the midpoints. Now the fx is a multiplication of the frequency times the midpoints. So when you multiply that, we're going to have the first one is going to be 24, which means that 8 times 3 is 24. The next one is going to be 6 times 8, which is 48. And then you continue doing the rest. Now that you have this, you're going to find the mean. The mean is a formula above. So let's grab the formula above. Let's copy it here. You put it here. That's the mean. And then the next thing you do is you're going to say that the mean is the sum of all the fx. Now when I added all the fx, the answer that I got was 291, and when you add all the frequency, the answer you get is 27. So the mean then becomes 291 divided by 27, and then you're going to have your answer to be 10.777. So that becomes your mean. There's another mean I want us to discuss before we end this chapter. There's another mean called weighted mean. You might have weighted mean. Now that is similar to the same mean, except that they're dealing with weights. So for example, instead of taking this, let's take this mean formula and let's put it here. So instead of taking x, instead of taking the frequency, sorry, it's going to be weights. It's going to be weight, and then here is going to be weights. So it replaces the frequency with weights. So that's all about weighted means. And the weighted means normally they have varying weights. So That's all you need to know about data set and a mean of frequency distribution. In the next tutorials, we're going to take a different look at statistics.